yeah, they've had some amazing experiences because of it, but they're not spoiled kids. They know what the value of money, they know that mummy's has to work hard in order to get these nice experiences. Obviously, they're very lucky that they've had some gorgeous holidays, but they are very grateful. They understand that they are lucky that we work in return for these things. But yeah, they've done some cool stuff which has really boosted their confidence. Jamie Oliver taught my son Oliver to cook. They had a drawing masterclass with Brad Bird, the Oscar winning or nominated director who did Incredibles. They get to go. I mean, when they were really little, I remember us going to the cinema, and at the end of at the beginning of the movie, they're like to me, "Mummy, when are all the actors coming on the stage?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" They've gone to quite a lot of premieres where they think that that's normal, and I'm like, "No, kids, this is not what normally happens." So but I don't want them to be affected little brats, and they're really not. I had a meeting at their school today, and they were like, they've started a new school, and the two teachers that I had a meeting with were like, they are the most polite, sweet boys ever. And for me, that's so important. I do not want them to they're not entitled at all. We're very lucky. So if they get kind of lots of things sent to them, the majority gets packed away and goes to charities, goes to things they're not spoiled at all. And I think that a lot of the charity stuff we do really helps. We do visits. I think that and like I say, we live a really ordinary life. We live in an apartment. They go to a cute school. They're good kids. We get to do some interesting things, but on the whole, I think what's really moving is when my book came out and they were at the book launch and they were so proud. Honestly, it makes me want to cry just talking about it. And they're so interested as well. Last night we were talking about maybe me writing book number 2, and they were like, "Mommy, this is so exciting." And sometimes they're not even, I might have cooked this tea and they're not even interested to move off the sofa, but they are really interested in my career. And I think that means a lot to me, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. But yeah, no, that I think it's a great thing. So yeah, they are 6 and 9. Yes, there's a lot of things I don't write about, particularly with my 9-year-old. I would never ever write about something that would embarrass him, would make him go to school, and people would say, because parents do read, so I need to be careful. Teachers even read, what I'm doing. So it's kind of that thing of very respectful, very mindful of them as they grow older, but also that balance of thinking, what would have done if this was my mum, and my mum was writing about me as a child. And I think there's a lot of things that they'll look back on and say, yeah, this was normal life. I did keep my mum up awake, and I would do have temper tantrums. I can't imagine anybody feeling offended by that as they get older. And I'm building a resilient, strong, mindful, generous boys, and I hope that kind of will show, and I hope that as they grow older, that will help them when they reflect back. But I don't think there's anything ever that's very personal to the extent that would cause any issue, and I am really careful about that, and I think that we should be. But they are also part of my job, and I've spoken about this very honestly on Sky News, on BBC, where I've talked about the fact that my job doesn't rely on them, but they are involved as well, and they do campaigns, and they've actually grown in confidence. Oliver filmed something the other day, and to see his confidence, to lead this shoot was astounding, actually. So for me, my job has given them so much, whether that's experiences to go to amazing countries they wouldn't usually have gone to, because that it's so expensive to go there and it's long haul, or to experience working with legendary kind of, when would they get an opportunity to work with someone like Brad Bird? I mean, unheard of. To also sort of really valuing the arts and what I'm doing and writing a book. And Alexander wanted to sign all the copies. He was so cute at my book signing, and yeah, it's amazing.
And I mean, you're coming over to Belfast on the 4th of April.
Yay! Can't wait.
So I'm going to be kind of welcoming people and helping out at the event and stuff like that. But what I'm really excited is to kind of find out what can people expect from the evening event, the How to Be a Mum Boss event.
I am very honest about how I have built a business, how I've created, a six-figure plus business that provides, work, freelance work for other parents as well, which means a lot to me, that has really given me the chance to not pigeonhole myself. I think as mothers, we get the short straw when it comes to the workforce. And I feel that, the internet and online allows you this space that you don't even lean in. You can shout out, you can be proud and create this business of your dreams, essentially, that can lead to so much, that can lead to clotheslines, book commissions, telly, and really people think, oh, you've got to be super established. You don't. I know people that start a blog and within weeks they're on breakfast TV, so I would like to demystify a lot of that. I think that people don't talk as candidly about it. Maybe it's the British thing of let's not talk about money. And I'm very much like, how can we inspire other people? How can we inform people of what is possible if we're not honest about ways of doing it, about PR, about how to target consumers, about how to write in a way that really engages people. And ultimately it all comes down to confidence. So I hope that I can be honest about the fact that there's lots of times when I don't feel confident, but how I push through those times, and also how overall my default has become confident and showing up and pushing, and even in the face of adversity and rejection, to just keep on going. So for me, those are the takeaways I hope people will find. Whenever I've done talks in the past, it's been quite amazing, the messages I've had women tell me that like the next day they set up a business, that a blog was set up within days. And I had someone stop me in the supermarket the other day to say, I've read your book and it's changed my life. Those are the things that matter, because it is a really vulnerable thing to keep sharing as I am. It is a vulnerable thing to write about what I've done, because it is my story. But ultimately, when you hear that feedback, when you hear people say, was the catalyst to me going for what I believe, then yeah, it's like a hug. It's a hug for me, and it's also what's called a helper's high. I don't know if you've heard of that, where you help other people and it gives you this high, and it's addictive. So yeah, like that's really what keeps me going. I just want to keep helping other people.
Yeah, so and that one is How to Be a Mum Boss, and that's on Thursday, 4th of April at the Black Box in Belfast from 7 o'clock. And tickets are available on tickettailor.com. And of course, there's another event that day as well, and it's just talking really a bit about what you were just saying there, the blogging, vlogging, and building an online business. Will you be taking people through kind of how you did it, what you did, and maybe giving them some top tips and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my book is Mum Boss is split up into sort of really wonderful chapters that you can just either read it consecutively or just pick what you want. And it's kind of finding your voice, finding your confidence, how to, very strategic and tangible tips on how to reach people on social, how to build a personal brand, how to connect with other people in a meaningful way, how to reach out to the press, how to get on telly, how to get the coverage, and also how to do work that really feeds your soul and works in a way around your family. And equally, if you want to go back to work, how to make that work best for you as well. So there's a lot there, and I hope that people will take a lot from it. And equally, I want it to be interactive and engaging, so people can come with their questions. Lots of times people will be shy to ask me on the day, and then they'll send me emails. No, tell me on the day, like, now's your chance and I want to help.
Wow, how much information is that to take in? That's amazing. So just to remind you of those two events again, the first one in the morning is 11 a.m. on Thursday, 4th of April. It's blogging, vlogging and building an online business with Vicki Psarias, the honest mum. And that's at the Black Box. And then at 7 o'clock that night, from 7 to 10:30, it's how to be a mum boss at the Black Box. And I'm really excited. I haven't said this yet. I'm really excited to actually be opening those and helping sort of introduce Vicki and stuff like that. So I'm really excited that I'm going to be getting to share the stage with her. She's a wonderful, wonderful inspiration in terms of blogging, in terms of someone in the creative industries who has found a way to make it work around her priorities and how she wants to interact with her children. So I really love what Vicki's done with her blog and how she's built it and how it's grown over the years. But as always, everyone, if you have anyone in particular that you want to suggest that we should interview for Interesting People series, please do get in touch. You can email me, tina@excaliburpress.co.uk, or you can catch me on social media on facebook.com/Tina Calder Journal. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, you name it, we're there. And please do get in touch. And of course, if you have any questions for Vicki, please do let us know. We'll pose them to her on the 4th of April. And of course, you can come along to the events. That's tickettailor.com. Get your tickets now. The Black Box isn't the biggest place on the planet, so you want to make sure that you get in now.